Hello and welcome. This is It's Always About Love, and I'm Lee Evans. I'm here with psychotherapist Lynn Lara. Lynn has been in private practice for many years, and today she brings all of that wisdom and experience to help you. We're here to offer answers to all your relationship questions. It's our desire to help you and make what you learn on our podcast here usable in your life right now. Do you have something that you would like to discuss with us by email? Send it to its always about love, the number 1 at gmail.com. That's its always about love, the number 1 at gmail.com. Now let's get started. Are you there, Lynn?
Yes, I am. I am here. Hi, Lee. How are you, babe?
I am good. I'm still in positive mode.
That's cute. What's going to happen when you're not? If you're still in it, what goes on? It's okay, Lee. I'm playing with you. I always play with you. Listen, I got a note, and it says, I'd like to read it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Is it time for me to do something?
Yes, it is.
Okay. It says, hello, Lynn. I just recently found your podcast, and I'm so glad I did. I am really learning a lot from listening. My self-confidence took a real hit about 2 years ago, and because I have been working through other issues, I am just now at a place where I am trying to repair the damage. I am very much looking forward to interacting with you. Period. That's the end of that. But I want you to hear, Lee, my response. I'm calling her Joan. She didn't give me a name, but this is what I wrote back to her. You can't imagine how much I appreciate hearing from you, Joan, but there is one thing I need to address. Lee is also a very important part of this. You just have no idea. I'd be lost without her. And both of us appreciate your words, and we look forward to hearing from you again soon. With love, because it is always about love. Lynn and Lee.
Beautiful.
Are you crying?
Beautiful.
I thought, Lee's going to be happy about this. You guys, what would I do without Lee? So it's nice that you wrote a note to me appreciating what we're doing here, but it is we. And so I changed it. Okay. What are we going to do today, Lee?
Well, we're going to look in our email box and see what we've got. And I found 2 email questions. And so I'll begin. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. The first one starts out, Lynn, I need your help. My wife is a beautiful and intelligent woman. She is extremely talented. She sings opera professionally.
Oh, my.
My dilemma is that she has a terrible confidence problem. She doesn't think that she's talented. She doesn't believe she's good at anything, including singing. Every compliment she finds a way to dismiss it. She avoids looking for gigs and then complains that nobody will hire her. Maybe there's something I'm doing or not doing, I don't know. She gets so depressed, and I think I only make it worse by trying to tell her how great she really is. Any suggestions?
Well, for goodness sakes, that is so different from the other letters we've been getting. I like this. What do you think, Lee?
I don't know. Lynn, I'm going to have to hand this back over to you.
No,
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. He's an awesome husband because he wants to help her.
Isn't he
Is there a
sweet?
problem if she doesn't want help?
Well, Lee, I'm going to go over anybody's head on this one. Everybody always wants to know how good they are. Always. We can just assume that that's true. Everybody always wants to hear good things. Don't you think? Don't you?
Yes.
I do. And it gave me so much joy to write back to Joan. I called her Joan, and tell her how important you are, and that it's about you and me. And I liked that. So how did you feel when
I
I
felt
read?
good. I
Because you
felt,
hadn't, yeah, you didn't
yes,
know I wrote that back.
I didn't.
So how'd you feel?
Very good.
Yeah. You and I have just given an example of what this fellow can do for his wife. And do you remember what I said about the parent, adult, and child, and who does the reading and writing of letters or of books or whatever? Do you remember that, Lee?
Yes, it's the adult.
Yep. Yay, Lee. That's right. It's our adult ego state that does that. So, knowing that it's the adult ego state, what do you think he might be able to do?
I guess he needs to write notes to her.
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't hurt
And
anything. Won't hurt anything.
yes, that's probably a good idea. Just little notes, just things to boost her up
Mm-hmm.
throughout, one a day. I don't know. And then also to compliment her singing when someone else is in the area that can hear or that she hears when
Oh,
he's talking about
aren't
her.
you smart? In front of other people. There's a rule about that you are very smartly for saying that, because the rule is, like, if a teacher who's teaching kids will give the students that she wants to compliment, if she'll give those compliments in front of the other children, they have about 100% more meaning to the child who's getting complimented. So you just said that, Lee. You just said, and if he does it when other people are there, it's true. So, sir, we have a suggestion. First of all, we want you to know we think you're great. What a sweet husband you are, that you're concerned about your wife this way and that you want to do something about it. I can't tell you how many husbands would sort of just pass this by. Don't you think, Lee?
Definitely, I think that. Yes, he's special.
Yep, he's a special one.
Yep.
That's great. That's great. So, uh, write her short notes. That's what Lee said. Write her short notes about how wonderful she is, about how you love being married to her, about what else, Lee?
How lovely it is or inspiring it is to hear her voice when she sings.
Oh, yeah.
How
Oh,
good it
yeah.
makes him feel.
Yes. Yes. That's so nice. And also to find ways to do it in front of other people if you get the chance. I'm
Yes,
talking to him right now. If you get the chance to say it in front of other people, and the way you do that is say, we're all sitting down in a restaurant, and you say, have you heard my wife and how talented she is when she sings? Or did you know that my wife, blah, 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 blah. Anything else, Lee?
I think that's really good. Um, yeah, I think those are really good suggestions. I know there's got to be something else. What do you think? Is there another type of thing besides writing the notes and complimenting in front of other people? Is there something else that he could do that I'm not thinking of?
Or that I'm not thinking of either? I thought we just did a real good job. What is it that you're wanting to hear that you're not
Um,
hearing in this? It's okay. Something's
why
missing.
do you think she's dismissing compliments and avoiding looking for the word was gigs, but I guess that's places to sing.
gigs, jobs, gigs or
Jobs.
jobs.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know.
Okay.
But if we took that on, and that's why I didn't, if we took that on, then we're answering something that hasn't been asked.
Okay. Okay.
So if he wants to write back to us, because I appreciate what you're talking about right now. If he wants to write back to us and tell us where this is coming from, it might. I was going to say it probably. It might have something to do with when she was a little girl and something happening or something, but it can be
Oh.
changed now. It can be changed. It can. And what a beautiful husband she has. And the other thing that you can do, sir, is ask her, how'd you feel when I just said that? Honey, did that embarrass you that I said that in front of your friends right now? I don't want to embarrass you. And so we can say things like that too. But
If she
I
says it embarrassed her, should what does he do then? Because should he stop doing it?
no. Ignore it.
Ignore it. Okay, good. Okay. It's a good thing
because
I asked.
because because just assume that underneath she loves hearing this because she will. Who wouldn't?
Okay.
Just assume you're not going to end the marriage because of this. That's
Okay.
for sure. It's only going to get stuff going, and the marriage will be better. What a sweet husband. And
Yes.
I didn't give you a name, sir, but would you write back and tell us how it's going? We would love to know because you are such a special husband.
Special husband he is.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay? I
Yes.
feel done with this one for right now. Write back as soon as you have some time doing this. I'm saying
So,
that to him.
right, and that's 3 suggestions. So I think that's good.
Okay.
I have a thing with the number 3, so I feel completed also.
Now, what
Thank you,
is your
Lynn.
thing with the number 3? That's
I don't
interesting.
know. I just feel like, a triad 3. It's 3 good suggestions that
Okay.
that he has to work with in his treasure box now, and
Okay.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Well,
I'm glad that you're happy about it, Lee.
I am. And now we're going to look, and we have another one. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
It says, "Hello. I'm very happy to have found this podcast, and I hope I'm emailing the right person as I'm not very good with computers. I wanted to contact you for some help and advice. I am very shy, quiet, and self-conscious, and I find it hard to be myself in public. This is holding me back, and I want it to stop. I've always been like this. I'm 18 and want to do something about it. I would love to start enjoying myself instead of worrying about what other people are thinking about me. I've tried self-hypnosis tapes, books, and internet courses, and this doesn't help. Is there any advice you can give? Please help. Thank you so much."
Lee, would you write that? Would you read that again? I listened, and I want to hear it again. Would you do that for us?
Yes. It says,
Thank
"Hello.
you, babe.
I'm very happy to have found this podcast, and I hope I'm emailing the right person as I'm not very good with computers. I wanted to contact you for some help and advice. I'm very shy, quiet, and self-conscious, and I find it hard to be myself in public. This is holding me back, and I want it to stop. I've always been like this. I'm 18 and want to do something about it. I would love to start enjoying myself instead of worrying about what other people are thinking about me. I've tried self-hypnosis tapes, books, and internet courses, and this doesn't work. Is there any advice you can give? Please help. Thank you so much."
Hmm. Huh. What do you think, Lee?
I knew you were going to ask.
Okay.
She's 18.
Yeah, she's
I
young.
think she's young. She's young. In fact, I would have thought when I was reading, when I first started, this would be somebody older. I was thinking more in their 20s, middle to late 20s maybe.
Hmm.
I think because she is 18, I think it's just part of that growing process. And she's aware of whatever what it is. She has tried to address it, and I think that the things that she has done will help set her on the course of being more comfortable being herself around people.
Okay. Well, I want to say something. I am so glad that, first of all, that I'm not her age in this day and age. I think that young people today have it so much worse than you and I did, Lee, and other people. It's terrifying, you know, low self-esteem. It's terrifying, and it's so easy to get pounded by kids on the internet. It's a terrible time. So that's my concern about her. And the other thing is, what shall I call her? What name shall we give her?
Well, let's think. What would be a good name for her? Nothing's coming to my mind. Elizabeth.
Okay. All right. So we're going to call you Elizabeth, sweetheart. And first of all, we care about you. That's for sure. Boy, you sure are trying a lot of things. Elizabeth. I wonder if she has dark hair like Elizabeth Taylor.
Maybe so.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you think? Get me started here.
Okay, I think it's very interesting that she, on her own, went to self-hypnosis tapes.
Yeah.
And books and internet courses. I think that's taking her power back and trying to do something constructive, which I think is a good forward move.
So say that to her, Lee. Her name's Elizabeth. Yeah.
Elizabeth, I have see when you wrote us, and you did write to the right person. You did a very good job. So congratulations. And I see that you've tried self-hypnosis tapes, books, and internet courses. And I find that very interesting that on your own you took the initiative to begin these. And I consider that as you have taken your power back so that you can move forward. And you did this on your own, and I want to congratulate you for that.
Yay. Yay. I'm appreciating both of you. Go ahead, but I mean, because you're telling her she's doing a good job, I'm thinking, yes, she's doing a good job, and so are you. Go ahead, Lee. I appreciate what you're saying to her.
And Elizabeth, with these things that you've been doing, I believe that they are going to move you forward on the course that you're trying to achieve. And this is to be around other people. And as Lynn said, this is a hard generation for you all.
Yeah.
And know that you're not the only one feeling that way. Many others are feeling the same way. But what you're doing is very positive, and if you were someone that was really suffering with low self-esteem, you have now moved yourself up that ladder towards good, healthy self-esteem. So I congratulate you very much on that. Okay, Lynn.
Okay. Now, okay, do we have anything planned for tomorrow?
No.
Okay, then I'll tell you what, Elizabeth, I'm going to do a program on codependence, and that'll help you. And I'll bring in some information and we'll share things that'll help you with this. And because codependence means that we put other people's opinion of who we are ahead of our own opinion. And I want to help you with that. So, how's that sound to you? Is that okay if we go ahead and do a program about codependence tomorrow, Lee?
I think that's excellent.
Okay. Okay. Oh, love working with codependence. I do.
Good.
Yeah, no. And it hits everybody, especially women. No, that's hits men too. Okay. Listen, Elizabeth, tune in tomorrow, and I promise you we'll have some information for you and some things you can do. And talking about codependence, it's going to help you a lot. It will. Okay, how's that, Lee?
It's fantastic. I can't hardly wait.
Okay, that's cute. Okay, good.
And I really admire Elizabeth, though, because she did
Yeah,
do the
yeah,
tapes, the books, and the courses.
yeah.
Wow. I really admire that. And
Yeah,
great. I'm
I want you to
excited.
be I want you to be gentle with yourself, Elizabeth. I like the name Elizabeth for you, although you may not. If you want another name, then you write to us tonight and we'll give you another name. Whatever you want is fine. But yeah, we're both thinking, what a strong young woman. You're 18 and you're doing all these things. And the other thing that I'd like to know is, what do you want to be? Okay. What do you want to do with your life? What would you like to become? And let me tell you how I find that out. What you do is you go back to when you were a little kid, and what was it that you wanted to do when you were a little kid, when you grew up? Does that make sense?
Well, I'll use myself for an example, Elizabeth.
Okay.
When I go back and think about what Lynn just asked, she's asking me to go back when I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a little kid, as far back as what I can actually remember, I remembered I wanted to be a clothing designer. So I wrote to a company, and I was very, very young. I wrote to a company and told them I wanted to be a clothing designer and I needed a sewing machine.
Oh, that's great.
They sent somebody out
Are you serious?
to bring a sewing machine. It was the first sewing machine I ever had, and it was a Elna.
Wow, ELNA.
Yeah,
Lee, did they give it to you?
they gave it to me.
Oh my gosh.
And I started sewing, and as the years drove by, I lost that, whatever that initial desire, drive, things got in the way, and I lost sight of it. But that's what I wanted to do when I was a little kid.
Wow. So, how does that tie in with today?
Today,
Your creativity back then, and you're
yes,
wanting to make pretty things. How does that tie in today?
it ties in today because a lot of things that I become involved with now are creative in nature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm creating, and I find pleasure in that.
Good.
And so
Good.
it's carried through.
See, so what I'm saying then is, what you want to do is go back to your past when you were small. What you want to be? I myself wanted to be Dale Evans. I wanted to be a cowgirl. Okay, and except what I also did was I was always helping all the kids and giving them advice about what I thought they should do. So that's really how I tied my past in with my present, because I became a therapist. But I did want to be Dale Evans. I sure did. She was a sweet woman.
Yes.
Anyway, and Roy Rogers. Oh, I love Roy Rogers. Okay, so what you do is you go back to when you were a kid. You see what it was that you wanted to be when you grew up back then. And then you see how that will tie into what kind of job, for Elizabeth, what kind of a job or a career can she have that would tie in with what it was she wanted to do when she was a little girl. Meaning, by little girl, say between 5 and 10 years old. What did you want to do? So that's how you do it. And that then is bringing your child ego state into your daily life today, and you will be happy because your child ego state will be happy. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah. So that's how it works. I have helped so many people find out what career they should be in just by doing those simple acts. So, Elizabeth, you're welcome to write to us tonight if there's something you want to add to what we're talking about with you. But I want you to hear, Elizabeth, that both Lee and I are so impressed with the things that you're doing in order to help yourself right now. Good for you.
Yes.
What's going on, I think, and the reason that you're still a little confused and kind of wandering around about it is because you haven't gotten your ego states involved in it as well. So that means finding out what you wanted to do when you were little and then trying to tie that in to something that you do today. I can't imagine doing anything other than what I did in my career, which is work as a therapist. I've never, ever regretted it. I've been in love with my job, my profession, for all my life. What a gift. And the thing is, I would have done it for free. And I did do it. Well, look, I'm doing it right now for free. But I would have, and I did. All those years in private practice, if someone couldn't afford to come see me, I saw to it that they got to come see me no matter what. So, okay.
Okay.
Do we have another letter, or is that it for the day?
That's it for the day. We're at our time limit.
Okay.
And I just had a thought. Could we coin you as the cowgirl therapist?
No, we cannot.
Oh, we cannot. Okay. Just asking.
That was cute. Your child just did that. Your child ego stage. That was cute. I'm sorry. That was my parent responding. Hell
Yes.
no. I never thought of that. Oh Lord.
Well,
great.
thank you, everyone. Our listeners, we thank you for the ones that wrote in. Elizabeth, thank you for writing in. And our special husband, thank you very much.
Oh.
Yes. And we just really appreciate everyone writing in. And for our comment, oh my gosh, thank you so much from Joan. Thank you, Joan. And we will be back tomorrow, Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So see you then, and until tomorrow, remember, it's always about love.
Oh.
And we love you. Good night, everyone.